and she's so suspiciously quiet that I knew something was up. So shorty walked right in front of me, and any black person knows what was about to happen. Listen, deep in my introverted body, there are about 3 extroverted cells partying amongst each other and waiting for me to let them out on the rare occasion that I decide to get out of my comfort zone and actually get out of the house. Each cell controls a different extroverted activity. One for talking to strangers, because you gotta be a huge extrovert for that type of and one for talking to girls, because do I even have to explain that one? And then the strongest one of them all within me, dance. Now don't get me wrong, on said rare occasion that I get out of mi casa, I'm not a typical introvert that just goes and stands on a wall at a party, unless your music is whack, but I like to dance. You know, that one guy that everybody loves at the party because he knows the latest dance moves and can actually do them pretty well to where he's not making a complete fool of himself. Yeah, that's me, but I am completely fine with being the life of the party. I don't go to parties to drink or smoke. I go to G, boy, I go to G. So listen, this story happened a couple weeks ago during a supposed statewide quarantine here in Texas. So I recently got back into contact with my old friends from middle school and my freshman year of high school from back before I moved away from my hometown. And when I say moved away, I literally only moved like 20 minutes away, but that's not the point. So one day they hit me up and they're like, yo, I got word of this lit leg party that's supposed to go down today. Eli, you trying to come? And immediately those cells come knocking on my door.
Eli, you know you want to.
Come on, bro, come on.
And before I can even think, the largest one kicks down the door and says, I'm here, bitch. So I get back to them and I'm like, of course, you know I'm down. And after I ask my mom, of course. So eventually they come to scoop me and we get to this party. And when we get there, I could not believe my eyes. The lake was empty. So I get back in contact with my extroverted selves and I'm like, I was just at home vibing and this how y'all do me? Y'all brought me to an empty party? And the dad cell was just like, relax, be patient, my young Padawan. So we decide to drive to the other side of the lake, and sure enough, that's where everyone was. So I immediately break off from the posse I arrived with, which probably wasn't a good friend thing of me to do, but I go start chopping it up with some of the guys I knew from my other school because that's mainly who I was most comfortable with at the time. Now, in order for me to dance, I gotta vibe check the whole place. So while I'm chilling with my friends, I have my scouter on, checking everyone's vibe level. But in the middle of that going on, I hear someone yell, cops, cops! So I find my posse and we get out of there. But deep down, my cells weren't fulfilled. Especially that dancing one. The biggest one of them all. It wasn't fulfilled. So me and my boys, we found us another party to go to that wasn't too far away, and it was gonna be near my house. So if I ended up having to take them for the team again, I could just have my mom come save me. So we arrived, and at this party, I'm expecting to pull up to a nice 2-story home with cut grass, maybe a BMW or a Mercedes in the driveway. And boy, were my expectations wrong. We were at a trailer park, bruh. And let alone, the grass was not cut, brothers. So I started a convo with my cells like, y'all brought me here? And it's a high chance I can get bit by a snake just because you want to dance so bad? So we walk in, and to my surprise, I was greeted by familiar faces, so I wasn't tripping. But I had one big problem. There weren't any baddies, and there was one cute girl, but she looked like she attended to gardens, bro, if you catch my drift. So immediately, I get into depression mode. And by depression, I mean sitting on the wall waiting for something interesting to happen like a typical introvert. Oh, and by the way, the music was trash too, so I couldn't even dance. And that's mainly because they kept playing, I know I'm gonna get some hate for this, trash NBA Youngboy. So now don't get me wrong, he has his share of good songs that I actually like, just like any rapper, but for the most part he is trash. But that's besides the point. So eventually 3 more girls walked into the party and one was looking kind of cute. So I pulled out my scouter and I began checking her vibe. So the cute girl walks to the bathroom, and not that I was timing her or anything, but she was back there for about a good 10 minutes. And I'm thinking, dang, she in there for a long time. But all of a sudden, I hear what sounds like a an episode of Bad Girls Club coming from where Shorty was. So I grabbed my popcorn and my 3D glasses and prepared for the show. Soon, the commotion works its way to the front, and it just so happens, don't tell them I told y'all this, but supposedly the host of the party was smashing this chick's boyfriend on the side. So eventually, a guy from the party takes cute Shorty outside to calm her down. Now, if you're smart, you know not to try to calm a black girl down, but this guy apparently knew her, so he was in the clear. So Shorty comes back inside after a little bit, and she's so suspiciously quiet that I knew something was up. So Shorty walked right in front of me, and any black person knows what was about to happen. Out of nowhere, she Sharkeishes this girl in the back of her head. At this point, I'm grinning from ear to ear, but at the same time, I'm thinking about this fire fit I got on, because if this other girl chucks her through this beer pong table, my drip will become dripped. Luckily, she just kicked her out of the party, which was a lame way of dealing with it, but that was the ending to my night, because me and my homies were thinking about the outcome, about what if she returned with the strap. So we skirted up out of there. So guys, the moral of this story is, if you're gonna do the sex with somebody's boyfriend, make sure your grass is cut, cause that snake bit your ass.